Okay, we're live. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Northern Maine Forum for this regular season matchup between Northern Light AR Gould and the Seabass. January the 3rd, 2022, first game of 2022 for the Presque-Isle Gentlemen's Hockey League. Winning the face-off is Northern Light. Up ahead to Tyler Seeley. Gets it down around the boards.
And Tyler Seeley's probably going to be a difference maker here. He doesn't make it to all their games,
right.
But heck of a hockey player.
Yep. Another 100-point scorer in high school. You see his name on the board over there. A slap shot wide of the mark. Now up ahead, Bailey York gets it to Flenner in the middle. Thought York was going to stay there, and he passes it to nobody.
Severin Andrew Michaud graduated the same year as Tyler. Another decent hockey player for Northern Lights.
Were they all 2014 with you?
Yep.
Yep. Joe Flenner with it in the corner, gets it up to Gavin Vining. The slap shot is saved by Bryce Bonville, the goalie for Northern Light, and Nate Straits loses the handle. Now Seeley with a breakaway. Seeley passes it off to Michaud, not to Michaud, Brandon Dangle, correction. Now up ahead in transition, here's Flenner. Flenner, the shot, saved by Bonville, squirted loose.
A little brother-on-brother action today with the two
I noticed
Bonvilles.
that, yeah, the Bonville twins playing on different teams.
Yeah.
Vining tries to get it in there. There's Carter Jackson battling with it, graduated with me, class of 2020. Here's Tyler Seeley, slap shot, saved there by Ethan Hill.
68.
Up ahead, now staying on sides with Bonville. One on Nunez, shot on his brother is saved, and Bryce Bonville is going to freeze the puck for Northern Light.
There's a couple good looks there for the Seabass. This is off to a quick start as well.
Now, last time they were without a few of their youngsters, Tanner Smith and Gavin Vining both absent. I don't see Tanner Smith tonight, but Vining is back, and they really were gassed last time when they played the Whalers.
Yeah, I think another thing to note with Vining back is that Flenner will be up on offense a little bit more as well.
You need more defenders, like Ian was saying in my interview with him last week. They really struggled with numbers defending. Ian said he would play defense, but he doesn't skate backwards well enough to do that. So
no, that's a hard skill to learn.
It is. Skating forward is hard enough.
That's right.
Now, toss down in the corner. Here's the captain of the Seabass, Matt Talbot. Tries to dump it up, but Dan Hanks wasn't there. Jackson battles with it. Now here comes Dan Hanks. Shot left of the net.
Just learned Dan Hanks graduated with my uncle, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What class would that have been?
No idea. But that is what I learned. I also learned that we have one of the head guys in the Northern Light Hospital playing for Northern Lights.
Yeah, the captain, Greg Lafressois. Number 2.
Not that he's on the bench currently, but I'm sure we'll be seeing him later.
Now here's Ian Michaud, first
there we go.
Touch of the puck tonight. And gets it deep possessed there by Andrew Michaud. Now
following it well. Ian's always working around the crease. Yeah, he knows his role. He just likes to stay in there and gets his looks when he can.
Shot here by Northern Light. By Mark Carvel. I have a little asterisk next to his name because he's leading Northern Light in goals.
Yeah, somebody to keep an eye on.
As Carvel will skate off, and now down on the far side, Bailey York battling, trying to get through in the circle, gets a shot and a score! Bailey York opens up the scoring here tonight, as he did last time with 11:44 in the first.
When he gets going early for the Seabass, it's a good sign.
Beautiful goal there by Bailey York, weaving between a couple defenders, and gets the slap shot in the bottom left of the net. Barely even left the ice.
So we got a couple more guys checking in here. Tanner Smith and...
No, Tanner Smith is here tonight.
Tanner Smith and Tricky.
Smith and Vining, they definitely missed those two last time, and they're both in attendance tonight. Now, face-off won by the Seabass. Flenner takes it down past the goal line. Colby Bonville dumps it around. Bailey York battling in there with Bill Elliott, that is, from Northern Light.
Bill Elliott, that man looks like a real defender. That's a big guy back there.
Sounds like a real defender. The name.
That's right.
Dumped up ahead. Here's Colby Bonville with Flenner and York to help. Bonville will shoot it himself. Deflected there by Elliott. Now
good save by Vine and keeping it on side.
Flenner, or Vining that is, able to get a shot off but saved by Bonneville. And Bonneville's been pretty busy here early on as 11:02 remain here in the first period.
Yeah, and that's what the Seabass are looking to do, get some shots early, get shots often, and so far they're executing the game plan.
Yep.
And it looks like they're doing that without Jake Stevens tonight.
I don't see number 8 here today. Notable offense, a little forward for the Seabass. Now puck's going to go all the way down the other side of the ice, out of the icing, and drop back in Northern Light zone. And these teams have met twice to this point. Seabass have won both, 6-2 in the first game of the season. We were here for that, just spectating, and then 6-3 on December 6th.
Looks like the Northern Lights have one win, but notably that was against the Puckers.
The best team in the league.
So,
arguably.
They've had some consistency issues of getting people here.
Yep.
Looks like they got a pretty full bench
they do
tonight.
have a very full bench, I noticed that.
So this could be a good game
More
again.
full than the Seabass, but definitely I would say the average age of the player for Northern Lights a year or two older than the average age of the Seabass player.
Yeah, that looks, just visual looking around, I would say that's for sure right.
Now Flenner's got an opportunity here, tries to squeeze it in, saved there by Bonneville with the post as his barrier there. And it'll be a face-off again in the Northern Light zone. Another line change here. Michaud back on the ice. As the Seabass will have Talbot, Hanks, Michaud, Tricky, and Vining, it looks like. Actually, Tanner Smith, correction. It's another guy who plays defense, and they were without Smith and Vining last time, so they couldn't have Talbot up front. Now, Seeley with an opportunity, shoots it wide, almost gets the rebound.
That's a look Seeley's not going to miss too often.
Right.
Pretty lucky there for Ethan Hill and the Seabass.
Barely stayed on sides and had an open look. Just misses. Carter Jackson controlling it. Eric Graham gets it up the head to Alan Boyce, and he'll control it over on the left side. Boyce, his shot is wide. Now Michaud all alone for a second, dumped out by Denny Young, and back down the other side, behind the goal line.
Eric Johnson clearing it.
Another AMBL alum, Eric Johnson, with the Pine Cones for a couple games this season. Tanner Smith with it. Crosses it all the way over to Michaud, a slap shot there. Really see Ian Michaud do that, as he usually makes his living around the crease.
It was a good look, and it was a smart take. Keeping it up in the attacking zone. Seabass plenty of time to get back after it.
And Denny Young takes a fall, battling there with Ian Michaud. Now the other way we go with
Kingston.
Peter Kingston, that is. Slap shot, Denny Young, kick save there by Ethan Hill. Smith slings it around the boards. Ian Michaud and Young will battle for it again, and Young will win that battle.
We got a clear here by Michaud, which is not bad. Gives the Seabass some time to regroup.
And we'll have a line change for the Seabass, as now Carvel and Bonneville, Cody Bonneville, battle for it. Here's Matt Talbot up ahead. Now Kingston, it's on, gets repossessed there by Nate Straits.
As I recall, the quick breakaways is how Northern Light does a lot of their damage. Got some pretty decent forwards here.
Oh, and a shot there by Bailey York goes off the crossbar and deflects way up into the crowd, and might have handed a fan a bloody towel if we had a fan up there.
That was another good look by Bailey York.
Seabass with a lot of healthy defensemen here today, and less so the offense, the forwards, and it was kind of the reciprocal the last time they played, where they had too many offensive players. And here's Bonneville. Now up ahead for Northern Light. Vining behind the net. It's over to Straits. And back the other way. 7:20 left here in the first period. A little bit slower going than the last game we streamed. Toby Bonville trying to do it himself right now and dump it up. In the corner, here's Nate Straits with it. Crosses it over to Vining. Vining's going to skate up. Now hits the trailer. Bailey York in the shot. Saved by Bonville. It skips way up in the air.
The Seabirds have had some good puck movement tonight, opening up some good-looking shots. We've got one in already.
Bryce Bonville playing a good game in net, though, to keep it just 1-0.
It was probably the youngest goalie in the league, I would say.
So, yeah.
Showing some of that youthful athleticism.
And LaFrancois gets a shot there. And there was an opportunity, but nobody home for Northern Light.
And Ethan Hill showing some more good goaltending today.
Flashing the leather there. And here's Bonville off the pass from York, and back to York. And the rebound shot, and another score for Bailey York.
Well, Bailey York is on fire early tonight. It was the second one of the first period.
And that time the assist, I would say, came from Bonville as they were bobbing and weaving there.
That was some good passing, good puck movement there in front of Bryce, and not giving him much of a chance there.
And it's 2-0 Seabass here early on, 6:19 in the first. Tyler Seeley wins the faceoff. He's going to try to take it himself. Misses that shot. Now Carter Jackson and Joe Flenner battle. Here's Josh Trickey into the game now. As it'll deflect back down to the Seabass zone. Vining in the corner.
Trickey goes down.
Trickey took a spill there. Now here's Bonville. Bonville with Talbot as help. His slap shot can't quite get good contact on it as it just skids there.
Vining with a good job keeping it up in the attacking zone.
As that puck rolled right across the crease there, Talbot unable to finish. And here comes Seeley with no help at all. Now he gets some numbers in. Behind the net, harassed by Vining. Puck skips up, still in the corner with Seeley and Vining, and now Michaud tries to win it away.
And Denny Young collects it here, giving Northern Lights a little bit of time to regroup. That was Seeley.
Oh, Seeley faked out the goaltender there by looking like he was going to pass, but a good glove save by Ethan Hill with 5:06 to go in the first.
I think Seeley really favors coming down the right-hand side of the ice there, even though he's a lefty.
He was actually a defenseman in high school, which was remarkable that he got to 100 points as a defenseman.
No, I think he's up front. He played.
I thought he was a defenseman.
No, if I recall correctly, he served on the line with Alex Michaud and the third one slips my mind right now, but he played up front with.
I guess I figured Zdeno Chara, he would be back on defense.
He does look like a defenseman. That's for sure.
Now here's Seeley with it. Tries to get it under Hill's shin guard. Can't do so. Now back to Carter Jackson from the blue line. Gets a shot deflected. They're in the slot, and now here come the Seabass. Tanner Smith trying to get a shot. Bryce Bonville with the save. Matt Talbot gets the rebound. Denny Young in the corner for Northern Light, battling with Ian Michaud. Seen that matchup a couple times tonight now. And Young tries to get it up ahead. Deflected down by Trickey, and now won by Seeley. Seeley, the shot, and another kick save by Hill. 3:58 to go here in this first period. 2-0 Seabass. Kingston crosses it inside there to Eric Graham, unable to get a shot off. Now Talbot with it, a little 1-on-2 action.
I think it's the first time that I've seen personally Talbot up here as a forward.
Yep.
But he does look pretty comfortable up there.
With Vining and Smith here tonight, he has to play less defense. Just play up front.
It's gonna be a good look, good change of pace for him, I'm sure.
Now we're gonna have a face-off here in the Northern Light zone. Won by Bailey York. York switches directions. They're taken away by Andrew Michaud. And now one back here, Tanner Smith. Kicks it over. Smith down in the corner to Colby Bonville. Crosses it to the middle. Slap shot and another score. Bailey York with a first period hat trick.
You don't see that too often. He's having a heck of a game tonight.
Unbelievable.
I was just about to say too, the Seabass here is showing some excellent passing.
Yep.
Way much. That's correct English right there.
Way more strategic than last game,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That is what I was building
Absolutely.
into.
If they'd have played like this, I think they would have come away with that victory against the Whalers last time. But 3-0 early on.
It's a good spot that the Seabass are going to want to be in, and I would imagine in keeping up the pace throughout the entirety of the game.
Cross there disrupted by Northern Light, and there's another opportunity. Bonville with 2 assists on the last 2 goals. Bonville and York just wreaking havoc.
They're working well together tonight.
Yeah. Well, and it just goes to show in a men's league, if everybody shows up, the key pieces you need to be there are there. I mean, the sky's the limit a lot of times.
That's just it, especially in a sport like this where you need people to serve their time out there.
Yeah, it's a team. It's really a team. And, I mean, you know how men's leagues work. When people get older, they get families and jobs, and they can't make every game. Totally understandable. But just creates for more parity and more unexpected wins. I guess I would say, or losses.
Well, yes, and maybe some upsets. Some teams that, as you say, there'll be teams that have guys who show up every time, and then you'll have some teams that, like you said, some of their better players only show up here and there, but when they do show up, it puts them right in contention with some of the teams that are more solid throughout the season.
Now here's Carvel with an opportunity for Northern Light. Tries to curl it around with Kingston in the crease. Now one away by Nate Straits. Straits tries to cross it up. Carter Jackson intercepts that pass and dumps it back down the other way. 2:08 to go in the first. Ricky Goupille, Frank Nunez with you here for this regular season matchup. Our second broadcast. Denny Young now controlling for Northern Light. Weaves around Bonville. Young going to get a shot off just over the net.
Got some good attacking right up here by the Northern Light, but
best opportunities they've had tonight. Now Young with it. Tries to get a backhand off, saved by Hill.
Ethan Hill's just been proven to be too much in the net for them so far. They've had plenty of looks. They're not short on trying, but
126 first period. And Seabass just took the score on tonight. One of these times their shot likely will fall with the amount that they're getting off, but Ethan Hill's still trying for the shutout, I would say.
Yeah, he's giving it a good effort, and it's paying off so far.
They have not shut out a team yet. The least amount of goals they have given up is 2, which they've done on a couple occasions this season.
Actually, one time was against the Northern Lights here.
Yep, 6-2 win.
I believe that was the opening game for them.
Yep. And Ian said to me right after that game, our goalie is insane.
Yeah, if memory serves, he had a lot of saves in that game. As well as he's on pace for tonight.
Nate Straits dumps it up ahead. Here's Vining. Vining with a shot, and saved there, absorbed by Bryce Bonville. 41.6 as a face-off will go to inside the Northern Light zone.
Northern Lights getting some fresh skaters on the ice. Hoping to keep the momentum going here, get it back down on the Seabass side.
And Bonville's just going to freeze that puck again. Interesting decision to go right back to the face-off, but not taking any chances.
No, not too many skaters have even cleared the position there.
Face-off again to Sealy and Hanks. Swung around here. Vining will kick it back down to Talbot. Talbot tries to cross it. Hanks with it now. Back to the middle, and there was an opportunity there as Talbot was in the slot. And now back in the Seabass zone. Swung down to Ian Michaud on the far side. Flips it up to Hanks. There's 6 seconds to go in the first period. Now one away, and he's just going to dump it down the other end. And he did get a shot on net there. Good attempt. All you can do at the end of the period.
Hail Mary there.
Yep.
Ethan Hill ready for it.
See if he misses the little ground ball, but he doesn't. So that'll do it for the first period. Bailey York with all 3 goals for the Seabass. The first period hat trick, and their lead is 3-0.
Bailey York is climbing in the goals column tonight.
I can't wait till they update the website. I need to go in and look, because the last 3 games, like I mentioned for Northern Light earlier, the last 3 games I don't have the final score of. And I even have a question mark on the game they played on the 20th, whether or not they beat the Whalers.
So they may have 2
The
wins.
website's a little out of date. It would be nice to see the stats.
Shoot, it's a long hike down here.
It is.
Alan Boyce, the Chief Operating Officer of Northern Light branch in Fort Kent. This is quite the hike down here, about an hour drive.
He's probably the only one from his team that had to go down that far, I would guess.
I would be willing to wager.
Most of the guys from the Valley are play on the P&E Whalers, which we saw last time.
So he comes from their neck of the woods, but
Playing for Northern Light, is who he's employed by.
that's right. A little extra stipend there. Unlikely.
A couple other guys by Northern Light affiliated with the hospital, Gregoire Francois and I believe Eric Johnson.
I believe that is correct. For sure on La Francois.
Yeah.
We start off with another look here. Ethan Hill covering it up.
And we'll have a face-off now in the Seabass zone. Haven't seen too many of those.
And officiating tonight is Justin White and Jim Quinn. Justin White is another affiliated member of Northern Light Hospital.
Yep. Serves as an emergency goalie on times when teams don't have goaltenders. Now down behind the net is Northern Light. That's Brandon Daigle. Daigle in front of the crease, and down onto his side is Ethan Hill as he's able to swallow that up.
Good save. I know Daigle had at least 1, maybe 2 goals late last matchup between these 2 teams.
A 6-3 win for the Seabass on December 6th, the last time they met. Almost a month removed from that matchup. And now we're going to get a whistle here. I'm not sure what it was.
Like went into the
Went into
bench
the bench,
here.
Another face-off here in the Seabass zone between Hanks and Seeley. Seeley will win that. Had a chance there as it went across the slot, and now Talbot's going to take it the other way. But Northern Light has numbers to squander this opportunity. As Andrew Michaud swings it around to Tyler Seeley. Now Michaud controlling. Dumps it up ahead to Daigle. Daigle controls. Pass between the legs and a shot and a score!
Graham. I believe Eric Graham with the goal.
By Eric Graham, but that pass before, the assist from Brandon
Starting off
Daigle.
with Andrew Michaud in the back, finding Daigle. Daigle with a lot of good control there.
I can't wait to go
Finding
watch
the opening
that.
man.
I can't wait to go watch that back.
Well, that's just how you can get it going. If you have good,
It's crazy.
controlling the passes, controlling the puck.
Yeah, good stick handling there by Daigle, and I'm not sure if that went between the legs or behind. Either way, it was a backhand and spinning. So
Very good shot. Very good pass.
Eric Graham with the goal gets the Northern Light in the scoring column. 3-1 is your score now. 13:54 here in the second period. Seeley swings it around, and now
Tyler Seeley's been dominating up front.
face-off.
Yeah.
And the face-off.
He's very hard. Yeah, he's very hard to beat in the face-off. He's so big and very fast too.
Sure, Northern Light is counting their blessings that he is here tonight. Now here's an opportunity. Seeley in the middle.
He was looking
Soft
for
shot.
Johnson there.
Eric Johnson now onto the ice. Now here in the middle
Andrew
to
Michaud.
Michaud, the glove saved by Hill, and it goes just over the net.
Really good look in the crease there by Andrew Michaud.
And Michaud was unable to intercept that pass. And we might have a delayed penalty here. Nope, my mistake. Now here up ahead for the Seabass. Bonneville unable to get the handle on that one. Backhands it, and now one away by Kingston of Northern Light. Kingston and Johnson trying to skate up with Seeley behind. Kingston still with it. Gets deep possessed there by Dan Hanks, that almost took out number 5, Brandon Daigle. Holy cow.
That came right at him.
Life might have flashed before his eyes there.
Now, right now, the Seabass definitely has some speed on the ice compared to Northern Light.
Yep, that is true.
Let's see what they can do with that. Still up by 2, though. They're in a comfortable spot.
12:44 here in the first, but Northern Light definitely looking a lot better this period than they did in the first.
Yes, they are.
Controlling the puck more.
Yeah, a lot better movement by them. You know,
Yep.
it's very similar to what Seabass was doing earlier.
Yep. Now there's Graham with it, taken away. Now down inside Carvel, gets it taken away by Bailey York. Pass up ahead, maybe a little too far for Flenner, and Bonneville skated out, but taken away Kingston. Kingston and Flenner fought for it, and it's swung around all the way to Nate Straits, who gets it taken away by Graham. Graham tries to pass it to Carvel in the middle. Back in the middle there, and then Straits jumps it back down. That'll be an ice.
Seabass right now are just throwing it right into a crease, and that's a good thing to do when you have people there.
Yep.
And give you opportunities.
Right.
Some good hockey action. Not nearly as fast, but it seems like a lot more control by both sides tonight.
In the last game we had, is that what you're referring to?
That is what, yeah.
Last game was just a lot of fast breaks. Between Sam Sear of the Whalers and just the whole offensive scheme that the Seabass had last time of dump and chase. And here's Flenner. Pass it to York. Now Graham with it. Shot and a glove save there by Ethan Hill. Flashing the leather yet again. And
Ethan Hill's been doing a lot of good work tonight with the glove hand.
He has. Game's starting to feel a little bit more 50-50 here in this period.
Yeah, and the Northern Lights playing like they're right in it. I mean, as well they are. It's only a 2-point lead, but...
The men's league, that can change in an instant.
Yeah, I mean, how do we have 3 goals in under a minute in our last broadcast?
Yeah. Yep. All by the same team, but...
So yeah, you never know. I wouldn't feel safe on a 2-goal lead here. Especially the way Northern Lights playing. They're playing some good fundamental hockey.
They can't go off the attack here. They can't get on their heels and play too conservatively, because then that just creates more opportunities for Northern Light.
That's right. You got to keep getting out of your zone, keep getting your offensive looks.
Yep. Now Vining and Talbot of the Seabass head in the middle now. Straits will kick it up ahead. Now flipped up to Seeley. Seeley, he was on sides. Gets a shot, saved by Hill. Rebound opportunity and a score. Tyler Seeley, as that first shot went off Hill's shin guard, and then Seeley was able to
back to Seeley to find again.
Bounce it right back in, and now was unassisted. And all of a sudden it's 3-2.
It was an unfortunate roll that the puck took off his shin guard, but Seeley following his own shot there.
And with 10:40 to play in the second period, we got a 1-goal game. After the first period looked about 80-20 possession time for the Seabass, favoring the Seabass.
So that's the exact opposite, I would say, in the second period so far.
And Ian Michaud crosses it across to Kingston. Gets it up ahead to Seeley.
Seeley on the break.
And we're going to get it. Is that an offsides call?
I believe it was an icing call. Couldn't quite get to the puck before it crossed the red line.
Right, it wouldn't be offsides. The puck would cross long before that. 10:22 to go as the faceoff will come back down into the Northern Light zone. People starting to huff and puff out there, it looks like.
Yeah, it's starting to set in here.
Yeah.
As we're a third of the way through this second almost.
Kingston, I believe, with it. Tries to pass it to Seeley. Not Kingston, that was, yeah, that is Kingston. And Sealy able to regain possession and puts it in the back of the net to tie the game up at 3.
Just like that, as soon as we say it, the team flips the score back to an even game here at 3-3.
Tyler Sealy with the last 2 goals unassisted. And we got a new ball game.
Well, that one might have been assisted there from, was it Kingston?
I believe, well, it might have been Kingston. It looked like it was more off. I'll give Kingston an assist. You know what, I will. Here's Hanks with it for the Seabass. Across the crease there, Talbot had a chance. Taken away by Kingston.
And Northern Light right back on the attack again here.
Yep. Just like we mentioned, it can change in an instant, as now they have an opportunity to take the lead.
And they have all the momentum going on right now.
Yep. Kingston in front of the net, or behind the net that is, and swallowed up by Hill.
Hill not giving it a chance to have any action taking place there. He can get his glove on the puck, and I'd say at this time it's probably the right move.
And if you're the Seabass, we saw this, they dominated the first period last game, and then just kind of went on their heels and then never regained control. And right now, that's got to be in the back of their mind to not let that happen here tonight.
You're going to need to see here attack here with the Seabass getting it. You know, the puck's been really in their zone here.
And another scare there. And there's another opportunity. Sealy unable to squeeze it in. And I think we're going to call
goal.
We're going to call a goal here. Okay.
Oh, Sealy for hat trick for Sealy.
At first, I thought it was about maybe the goalie pushed the net out, and we might have a penalty shot. But I was going to say it went in.
And Jim Quinn with the call on that for Sealy's third.
It's another one. Sealy's got a hat trick in this period. And it's
now accepting
4-3
bets on who's going to get the hat trick in the third.
Bailey York with the hat trick in the first period in case you missed it. Tyler Sealy with one here in the second, and just the first 6 minutes of the second, not even.
All right, those were some fast goals here from Northern Light.
You blink, it was 3-0, you blink, and now it's 4-3 Northern Light. So that's how it goes. And behind the net is Bailey York, back on the ice. Talbot, oh, that's not Talbot, that's Bonville. Swung around to Vining, and now here comes Carvel with help. Carvel's shot, kicked away by Hill. And that's Alan Boyce onto the ice now for Northern Light. Stick save there by Hill.
Whole lot of action down here in the Seabass zone.
Hill's the busy man in this period. Bonville hasn't done too much.
No, he has not.
Hasn't had to.
My observation tonight for the Seabass is that Colby Bonville is normally pretty fast. He's looking a little flat tonight. We're going to need to see him a little bit more chipper if we want to see Seabass get back into it.
They could use his speed here on the offensive front, as Vining and Straits will come in for the Seabass. Tricky and Smith out. Face off now, again in the Seabass zone. This one will be between Brandon Daigle and I think
that was Colby Bonville.
Colby Bonville, yep. Shot there by Young was wide. Now deflected, that'll hit the net, and we're going to have another face-off in the zone.
Here Graham trying to tip that puck, and tipped it up into the netting.
Actually, this one will go to neutral ice, it looks like. As it should. Deflected off by Northern Light. Face-off won by Northern Light, but won back now by the Seabass. There's York up ahead to Flenner. That was Flenner, yep. Shot is wide. Gavin Vining down inside Colby Bonville, behind the net. Trying to make something out of it. Now here comes Northern Light, a 3-on-2 potentially, as Denny Young weaves around Vining, but unable to get a shot off. There's a puck still in the slot.
There by Denny Young, giving himself a great look.
Might have broken his own ankles there. Unable to get a shot. Now here's Young again. Another opportunity with Straits harassing him, and he will go down. Flings it, and I think Hill lost track of the puck.
Ends up behind him facing the net, but saving it.
Saves it with his backside, it looked like.
Don't see that too often, but.
And interesting sequence there.
It was quite the shot, too. You don't see a shot like that too much.
Right.
Denny Young on a knee, just slinging the
Sliding
puck.
across the ice, able to curl it back in towards the goal.
Seabass really are doing a lot more of the dump and chase method in the second period.
Right, in the first period there was possession.
Right, and a lot more success coming from the possession.
There's Mitchell up ahead, but Young flips it back down to the other side of the ice. Nate Straight's going to take this behind the net. 7:10 to go in the second period. 4-3 Northern Light lead. Straight's in the slot. Gets it up to Michaud. Can't quite catch that puck. And Michaud
stealing it from Michaud.
Michaud on Michaud there in the corner. Vining to Ian Michaud. Gets it in the middle in there. And
It's a good look
good
at
opportunity
Talbot's
for the
feet.
Seabass. That's Talbot unable to handle it. Now here comes Brennan Daigle. Daigle crosses it over to Young.
Daigle does a good job shielding the puck there when defenders get up on him.
Yep.
Pretty good at using that backhand pass.
That was LaFrancois. Tries to get it back out to Bill Elliott.
Keeps
Dumped
it in.
over to Talbot.
No Northern Lights there to collect that, though. This kind of opportunity.
Talbot with Michaud to help. Shot off the leg of Bryce Bonville. Now Vining will keep it in the zone. Deflected out to Talbot. Tries to cross it to Michaud. Michaud wins it. Talbot there again. Now in the corner with Young, and we're going to get a whistle. And we might have a penalty on Denny Young, it looks like. What was the whistle for? I'm not sure what the whistle was.
I'm not sure either.
Thought it was a penalty on Young for maybe hooking, but both teams, no one in the box, so just be a whistle and a face-off in the Northern Light zone.
Alright, well, we'll reset and start over, I suppose.
Hank's taking it away for the Seabass. Gets around his defender. His shot was deflected there by Carter Jackson. Now back to Smith.
We got the Seabass actually passing around here, keeping control for. This has got to be the longest I've had it consecutively down
Longest
there.
possession of the period by far, I'd say, for the Seabass, and now Tricky. And now it'll be cleared away by a member of the Northern Light team. That was Bill Elliott clearing it. And we'll be back in the zone.
We got line one coming back on from the Seabass with Flenner, York, and Bonville.
A lot of speed now back on the ice. Flenner is quick, I tell you.
He is
For
fast.
a 40-plus-year-old, he's pretty quick. I'm guessing he's 40-plus. I don't know.
We better hope so after making that comment.
I know he has a son in high school.
He does move fast, though, so it's a compliment either way. Oh, the
And-
stick comes loose, taken out.
Yeah, I'm surprised not there wasn't a penalty there, but nonetheless.
Carvel gets tripped up there by Smith's stick.
Now behind the net, Bonville tried to get it back into the slot there, and now here's Carvel. Carvel with Bonville on him.
Yeah, there, Bonville's moving a little faster.
Yeah.
About the fastest he moved tonight.
A little more pep in his step, and we're going to have a whistle with 4:55.
This
to
is
go
the second
in the
game in a
second.
row Jake Foster's been missing from the Seabass.
He was there when I was here just watching with Gabe. He showed up late to the game, but he hasn't been back since those two games. And I'd say they could use it. Oh, we're gonna have a penalty here on
Colby Bonville.
Bonville.
That's the first penalty we have of the night for either team.
Couldn't catch what it was for, but
Actually, 2-minute minor for some
something,
minor offense.
for something. For cheating. 2-minute minor for cheating. And now here's Denny Young with the power play for Northern Light. See how well the Seabass are able to kill this. Young, shot in the middle of there, deflected by Tricky and cleared away by York. And they're going to freeze it down here.
Starting to cover it up there. They had the defense for the advantage.
Right, I'm surprised they tried to freeze that. And now they could have a face-off in their own zone. But they do have the power play with 1:35 left on it.
Maybe trying to get a breakaway with numbers here. Lengthening out the ice, I suppose.
And they do win the face-off. Dumped around by Andrew Michaud. And swung back to Flenner of the Seabass. Flenner clears it again. And York going to apply a little bit of pressure here. They won't freeze it this time as Michaud behind the net. York still battling for possession. Can't get it, but able to kill a little more seconds off with 1:05 left on the power play. Here's Sealy. With time, no one challenging him yet. As the Seabass just looks like they're not going to go for the puck handler and just try to man up on everybody else.
Try to keep him away from the goal and keep him man, like you said, on every other option. Bad way.
Here's Kingston with it behind the net to Sealy. Dangerous spot here for the Seabass with 36 seconds left on the power play. Back to Andrew Michaud at the blue line. His shot, opportunity there by Young.
Danny Young couldn't quite handle
couldn't
that.
finish. And it'll be cleared back away. That was the best look they had on the power play.
I think that's what they were waiting to do. And I mean, they're with the 1-point lead, had time to wait for an advantage to open up. They had a good look, couldn't quite finish it.
Kingston's shot is wide of the mark, off the glass. Now Young back to Kingston behind the net with 8 seconds left on the power play. Going to try to get a shot off here quick before they Seabass are back to full strength, and here they are.
Tip that off here.
Bonville hops back on the ice, full strength of the Seabass.
Perfect timing there with the penalty expiring. Talbot just passed the penalty box.
Shot by Tricky, saved by Bonville, and he's going to put a glove on it with 2:38 to go in the second period. Good penalty kill there by the Seabass.
Seabass survived in that one, not bad.
And I think Northern Light was just a little bit too patient there. Only got 3 or 4 shots off probably in total during that power play.
Yeah, I mean, I understand taking a little patient approach, but when absolutely nothing's open, you got to try to do a little bit with the numbers advantage.
I mean, they weren't guarding the puck handler at all.
Exactly. You got to try to get something freed up there, but
4-3 game it still is for Northern Light. Back in the corner with Elliott. Elliott to Straits. Now Vining tries to get a shot. Sliding across the ice there was Brandon Daigle to disrupt the shot from Vining.
Yeah, Brandon Daigle doing that without shoulder pads on tonight.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty. Here's 2:04 left here in the second. Shot there by Jackson was deflected by Nate Straits, and we'll have a frozen puck to be dropped in the Seabass zone.
Well, Seabass has really cleaned up in this latter half of the second period. They're doing much better puck control and time of possession down in the Northern Light zone.
Things seem to have evened out here. The teeter-totter might be a little bit more balanced. And good clear away there by Vining. Puck back in the slot there, saved again by the leg guard of Hill. And here's Vining away to Talbot. Talbot with Michaud to his right, and Hanks the trail. Hanks might have gotten in his way there.
He was off his skate. He was looking at possibly passing by Michaud.
Dan Hanks in the corner with LaFrancois and Michaud harassing. LaFrancois to the middle. Talbot wasn't quite there. It'll stay in the zone, but now cleared away by Brandon Daigle.
Up a little too far ahead. That's coming right back down to the Northern Light zone.
Seabass trying to finding a little bit of a rhythm here at the end of the third period, second period that is.
Seabass getting a couple fresh skaters out here. Flenner and Bonville and Bailey York all checking back in.
Bonville on the face-off with Graham. One away now by Northern Light, but right back to the Seabass, and we have a whistle.
Did cross the blue line, got him for offsides.
Yeah.
Northern Light's really, regardless of who it is, has been dominating the face-offs.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen Sealy in a little bit since that power play. He's been on most of the time for Northern Light. Now neutralized face-off here off the skate of Graham, now won by Denny Young. Tries to get it around Vining. Vining will win that battle. Back to Graham, and now back to Vining. Andrew Michaud, and now Flenner will swing it around. Right to Brandon Daigle with time. Daigle's shot through the zone, nobody home. Now here comes Bailey York. Picks it up to Colby Bonville. Now Greg LaFrancois for Northern Light.
Good pass ahead there to Brandon Daigle for this.
Daigle with an opportunity. Straits defending. He'll go down, and that'll be a penalty on Nate Straits, it looks like.
And he went to the boards hard.
He did.
I believe he's not wearing any shoulder pads, so that's going to feel not very good.
No way to stop when you're off your skates. So I think it's a penalty though. Definitely no intent there by Straits to knock him down, but he might have tangled him up a little bit as Straits will head to the box. Last 24 seconds of this period will be on a power play.
And Daigle is up and skating over to the bench, looking pretty sore, but good sign to see him moving. So we got not very far to go until the intermission.
Northern Light looking to steal a goal here with a man advantage in the last 25 seconds.
Right, they need to get some shots up on these last 24 seconds.
Here's Andrew Mitchell with a shot. Wide of the mark. Back to Denny Young. 17 seconds to go. Young the clapper. Saved there by Hill. And Hanks will clear it away. And that might do it. Might squander just about any opportunity. And here's Bondo going to chase it, but his brother will get a glove on it, and we might a little bit of jawing at the end of that. With 4.2, Bryce Bondo will freeze the puck. But the next period, we're going to start on a power play. At least the last 1:35 of a power play.
Yeah, it would be a good spot to come in here after taking a break, everybody catching their breath.
Here's the face-off with 4 seconds left. Quarterback Vining trying to get a shot off, and he does, and it was saved by Bryce Bonville, able to swallow it up. So after 2 periods of play, it's the Northern Light AR Gould with the lead. 4 goals to the Seabass 3. And a tale of 2 periods thus far.
That's right. I mean, it was nothing but Seabass in the first, and then it was nothing but Northern Lights in the second.
At least for the first 7 minutes of the second, it was all Northern Light. Then it kind of evened out. But 4 goals in that
yeah, I mean, they were really
first half of the second period. And Seabass, I think, lucky to only be down 1 here. As their players catching their breath, looks like.
Carter Jackson headed out of the arena here.
Did he?
It looked like, I believe it was number 3 headed out. Yeah, Carter Jackson missing the hair, so it's got to be Jackson who's headed out. But
as we await the start of the final frame, again, thus far the goals, 3 goals for the Seabass, all by Bailey York, all came in the first period. And for Northern Light, 3 by Tyler Seeley, 1 by Eric Graham, all coming in the second period. So gives you an idea of how things have been going here tonight. It's been interesting. We got a period left. I'm anxious to see who's going to come out with the advantage to start this period.
Well, as you said, Northern Lights coming out working with the power play starting off, which is got to be favorable for them there.
Yeah.
But after this little break, maybe the younger team here, the Seabass, would be feeling a little energized. Honestly, it was a good effort there by Vining at the end of the second.
Almost stole a goal there, but right at Bryce Bondo, who was able to make the save. So they'll have 1 minute and 36 seconds. The Seabass will have 1 minute 36 to kill on this power play. See how Northern Light plays it. And a good start there for the Seabass, dumped away by Vining as Bonville gets his stick on it. Now taken away by Kingston. Peter Kingston takes it through neutral ice into the zone. Kingston, well defended by the Seabass, and he'll just skate around. And a good shot there by Bill Elliott. Deflected away. Here's York up ahead to Bonville. Now Bonville's got a one-on-one here with Elliott. Crosses to York. Here's an opportunity, a shot and a score. Bailey York is 4th of the night. From Colby Bonville again.
Yeah. They've got that down pat tonight here. Bonville's crossing it across the ice over to Bailey York. And Bailey York is very quick on the release there.
Yeah, very quick trigger finger there by Bailey York, getting the slap shot off. Pretty goal there, and it ties the game up.
That was shorthanded as well.
Shorthanded, not to mention. That's some good power play killing. As now Aaron Johnson will control it at the center line, dumps it up ahead to number 37, Tanner Smith. Sealy back into the game now for Northern Light. Now Smith up ahead to Bonneville, and Bonneville wasn't able to catch that.
Just a little too quick and a little too far ahead of Bonneville. Bonneville doesn't think that should have went down as the icing call.
Well, I mean, it's a power play. I don't think usually they call icing on power plays. Maybe they do in this league.
I suppose. Maybe they lost track of the power play. Who knows?
And it might have been an inadvertent whistle as they'll drop it at center ice here. Because normally it would go back in the zone.
Right, yeah. I'm thinking it
might have been a mistake.
Was a mistake.
They're just going to drop it back in the zone instead of say play on.
You know, we don't see overall we're not seeing too many penalties, so they probably are
unused to that. Both penalties tonight by the Seabass. 2 minutes for Kobe Bonneville, now 2 minutes for Nate Straits. 25 seconds is left on that one by Nate Straits. As we're going to have another neutral ice face-off.
And honestly, on the two power plays, Northern Lights have not done much.
Right. Too patient, it seems. But right now, Seabass are controlling the possession on this power play. Down a man. Shot by Bonneville. A little bit to the right. And here's Alan Boyce. Crosses it over to Brandon Daigle. Now intercepted by Bailey. A chance for his 5th of the night. Saved there by Bonneville. Now Colby Bonneville will get the rebound. Going to try to cross it to the middle. And it goes away. And that's the end of the power play.
Good look by Tanner Smith.
Now Hanks right into the game for Straits.
Barreling down on that puck.
With an opportunity, his shot off the iron. Hanks still with it. Now behind to York. Seabass really dominating the start of this period. Another one goes off the iron.
Just clanking it right now off the frame. Yeah, Seabass is honestly controlling it all in the beginning of this third period here.
In the first minute and a half, they were down a man. And now here's Sealy with an opportunity now for Northern Light, their first one of this period. Boyce with it. Gonna shoot and save the glove there by Ethan Hill. Talbot and Mitchell will skate on now for Seabass as Bonneville and York check off. 4-4 is your score. Again, in this league, there's no overtime, so a tie is definitely a possibility.
There's a lot of time left here in the third, but
still a long ways to go.
Carter Jackson skates back on the ice now, rejoins the AR goal.
Now here's Ian Michaud with it, harassed by Andrew Michaud.
Well, Michaud on Michaud violence over here.
Talbot behind the net. Dan Hanks' shot goes off a skate of the defender. Now all the way across to Eric Graham. Graham to Carvel. His shot swallowed up by Ethan Hill. Man, the goalies tonight have kept this a fairly low-scoring game on a lot of good looks by both teams.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of good shots that have been saved tonight.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Carvel was skating with some purpose on that one.
He was. Here he is on the face-off. Carvel able to get a shot. The puck skips up. Now behind to Eric Graham. Josh Tricky fighting with Graham. And now Tricky will win it away. Up ahead to Ian Michaud. Michaud with time. Gonna get a shot on frame there. I think that might have ticked the post.
So he was on the outside of it, but still a good look. You didn't see him pull up from that distance.
Not usually.
This is the second time tonight, though.
Greg Lafrancois gets depossessed. Now back the other way. Michaud can't win that one with Denny Young. And Denny Young is a good stick hitter. Every time the puck's, just look at that.
Sometimes a little too good for his own self.
Yeah, sometimes.
He's a little too fancy with it.
Missed an opportunity at a shot earlier.
It's fun to watch, though.
It is fun to watch. Pass up ahead to Flunner. That was from Vining. Flunner shot kicked off the leg guard. Talbot with an opportunity behind the net.
That was a good look there for Talbot. Just couldn't quite get it off.
Bonneville fell on his back there. Was off his skates for a second.
He was rocking, but
here's Denny Young. Shift change for Northern Light.
A couple of big boys checking in for
Sealy
Northern Light.
11 minutes remain here in the game. Now flicked up ahead by Vining to Bonneville. And battling there with number 99, Bill Elliott.
I thought Bonneville covered it up there.
I thought so too. That's why I looked down.
Not. Just flicked it out.
Here's Brandon Daigle fighting with Nate Straits. Passes to Sealy. Sealy skating around, gets the shot off in the slot, puck up in the air. No one able to get a handle on it. Now up ahead to Bonneville. Here he is, Bonneville, with time and space. Bonneville can't get a shot off as he loses the handle.
I think he broke his brother there too, but not quite enough space left.
I think he had too much time, personally, as he was able to skate by the two defenders there.
He's really, I'm assuming, just being as a twin myself, he's really looking for that goal. I know I would be.
A lot of brotherly pride on the line tonight. Now here's Nate Straits up ahead to Colby Bonneville again, but taken away by Bill Elliott. Elliott in the circle.
That's a good pace on that one. Intercepted though.
Vining takes it away. Trying to go through a couple defenders. Vining pulls back, now crosses over to York. Almost got his 5th goal of the night.
And it was another good look. That's been the recipe tonight.
Down the other side of the ice was Brandon Daigle, but Straight's able to take it away.
Straight up. Oh, we got some punches being thrown.
Down in the
fight
corner,
going.
we got Vining going at it. And that's going to be the end of the night for both of them, I would assume. And
got a little action over there.
Officer Tyler Seeley is able to
step in and intervene
to take Gavin Vining out of that situation. As that was Vining and Brandon Daigle going after it in the corner. It was out of frame. The puck went this way. I don't think we had that on camera. But
I wasn't following the puck myself. I'm not sure where the puck was. I couldn't tell you where the puck was. I was watching the action.
I was just thinking earlier that we hadn't had hardly any beef, hardly any talking all night.
No, I'm not.
I'm surprised we went right to punches.
I can't exactly say what.
And both are going to skate to the box, but no one's going to be ejected.
No kidding.
And they're still talking. They're a little tantalizingly close to each other after that physical altercation. But as Hank's trying to get his teammate under control.
Trying to drop some words of wisdom on the young Gavin Vining there.
Yeah.
You know, in another league, I'd be more intrigued to see what happens next.
Right.
But in this league, well, they're labeled as a gentleman's league. You were looking for this to cool off a little bit.
Interesting because, like I said, there really I hadn't seen much animosity between either side.
I can't say. I'm not sure exactly. I just saw a push. To me, it looked like Brandon Daigle was the one who pushed off of Vining. I can't say what Vining did before that.
Who knows? That might have been a retaliation. It could have been a whole misunderstanding, as in arms and limbs getting tangled up. Who knows?
I saw it. It was a good push. A couple punches got thrown, and Daigle went down there. And that was pretty much the end of it. But
yeah,
it really is. I would have played for the rest of this game. It's been a calm game.
Other than that, that's a little bit interesting. The storyline is it distracts us from some of the action. As there's 9:20 left here in the third.
I honestly haven't seen a single thing since that happened.
Seeley with an immediate shot off the face-off goes wide. As we get a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey. Have not seen much of that, I believe. Or are they both full strength?
They both have 5.
They're both 5.
Yeah,
okay.
That would be kind of cool to see a little 4-on-4, but
Seeley. And he gets tripped there as the Gould becomes dislodged, and that's going to be a penalty, I think, on Tanner Smith. And we might get a penalty shot as the goal came out of place.
It'd be nice to see. It's the first one we've seen all season if it happens. Not sure if it will. That would just look like an honest trip, though. I don't think it was anything to do with...
It was pretty convenient, though, because he was going to get a shot off. But Hill spilled on the ground there, and goal became dislodged. And I believe we're going to have a penalty shot. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure what they're... Looks like it might be lining up here.
All right, just a penalty.
Slashing. They call it a slashing.
A slashing penalty on
Smith.
Tanner Smith. Who will be in the box for 2 minutes, as I forgot to mark down the last 2 penalties.
Daigle and
Daigle and Vining. A lot more penalties than we're used to. That's 5 altogether between both squads.
Yeah, that's
4 for the Seabass, 1 for Northern Light.
This is the most penalized game I've seen so far.
Seabass penalized more than any other team in the league by quite a
That's what happens when you're
wide
young.
margin. Yeah. That's what Ian said to me. Denny Young with it in the corner, trying to make something out of this power play. Let's see if Northern Light can get back the lead. Here's Andrew Michaud with time. Crosses it to Young. Now Sealy pokes it out. Down and saved by the glove of Hill again.
Hill's been really using the leather tonight. It would be interesting to see how many saves he's had. Only 4 got by him today, but a lot of action.
Yep. There's Andrew Michaud from the blue line. Gets it to Sealy. Sealy disrupted there by Hanks. Talbot tries to win that from Young. Another player hits the ice. Now here come the Seabass, short-handed. Up ahead was Tricky, trying to find Talbot. Talbot there and Michaud getting into it.
Sealy.
Boyce trying to pass it up ahead. Goes off Sealy. Now back into the zone. Now back to Sealy.
We should find Sealy up here.
50 seconds left on the power play.
Right into the chest pad. That was a decent look when I fell down.
Battling in the crease. And Hill able to get his hands on it to freeze it with 43 seconds left on the power play for Northern Light. There's 3 seconds left on the penalty with
Vining and
Daigle.
And I don't think Eric Graham was expecting that one to fall so perfectly at his feet there.
Golden opportunity.
Hill, quick to reacting.
We've seen that a couple times both ways. The puck just squirts loose in front of the crease and no one was there. Face-off won by Northern Light. Young's shot was deflected. Hanks goes into the boards. Michaud's shot is wide, and now here's York up ahead to Bonneville. Staying on sides. Bonneville down in the corner will try to kill the last 27 seconds, but he gets immediately intercepted by Carvel. Carvel up ahead, Flenner behind the net. Swing it around. 16 seconds left. Seven minutes left in the game. 4-4 tie.
The power play just expiring here for the Northern Lights.
Back at full strength and good timing that was for Smith. Smith couldn't get a shot off that was well defended by Bill Elliott.
Bill Elliott's a pretty big guy to try to be getting the puck around.
Now it's down behind the goal there. I heard some clanking, but now we're going back the other way.
And Smith and Elliott jawing right now.
And a little bit more hostility as we enter the last half of the last period of the game. Now swung down to the other end of the ice towards Bonneville. Is that almost snuck in? Bonneville declined not to touch it and try to take the icing call. Is it just barely wide of the post? But I think he was well aware of where he was going.
I think so. That did get dangerously close though for the naked eye.
Hit the back side of the goal. Now we're gonna have a face-off between Hope Bonneville and Brandon Daigle. Kobe Bonneville tries to flip it to York as they got their first offensive line back on the ice with York and Bonneville.
Defensive pairing of Tricky and Smith out there currently with Seabass.
Leonard in the corner switches the directions back the other way to Tricky, and he'll have time. Tricky's got people to pass to. He gets it up ahead to Bailey York. York got tangled there with Justin White, our official. Now behind the net. Jackson clears it, and this will be icing.
Go! Go!
Last 5.5 minutes here in this one. The game is tied. We don't play overtime, so both these teams trying to get a goal off at all costs here. But I don't think Northern Light would be too upset with a tie, trailing 3-0 earlier in the game. But
well, I normally would agree with you, but the tempers have heated up a little bit. I'd say they're.
I mean, if it's a tie, nobody wins. Everybody loses. But
that's true. I think both teams are really looking for the win at this point.
I think they should go straight to shootouts in this league. No overtime, just go straight to shootouts.
I would like a shootout. I think that would be good.
That would be cool. Here's Sealy. Swings it around. Got a shot off, but saved by Hill. Sealy going with the face-off with Colbavandro. Got tangled up in between their feet. Nice show, gets a shot off. Save and a beauty by Hill.
Hill with another athletic save there. Andrew Mishra's had some good looks from back by the blue line there.
He has. Young and Flenner battling for it. Again, the Seabass without Jake Stevens tonight, they definitely missed his absence on the offensive front.
Yeah, he brings a lot of speed, a lot of good stick work, and he's, like I said, he looks to pass the puck, which would have worked well tonight with how they've been playing.
We have an icing call with 4:42 to go. There's a line change for the Seabass. I think all 5 are going to check out.
I think so. We have the full bench swap here. Up front, we're going to have Hanks, Talbot, and Michaud, and the defensive pairing of Vining and Straits.
Less speed on the offensive front, but good defensive pairing. Talbot over to Vining. Now here comes Denny Young with Sealy up in front, but Straight's able to get back. Harassed by Vining. Here's Young trying to come around the net. Gets it in the middle. There's Sealy with time. No, that's not Sealy. My bad. My mistake. Alan Boyce.
He's a pretty tall and lanky guy. Yeah. They've got some good size here on the Northern Lights team. Denny Young.
They do. Big Eric Johnson is in there as well.
Occupying the crease.
Back behind the net is Sealy. Back out to Boyce. 3:59 to go as we approach under 4 minutes. Get under 4 minutes, and now goes behind the net. Sealy tries to curl it in. Hanks got a skate on it. Sealy with the puck in the slot. Shot by Boyce, deflected away. Another opportunity, and now here's Michaud's shot, deflected away. Puck gets skipped it up in the air, and Hill gets a glove on it.
There was a lot of action in there. And Northern Lights not slim on good looks, but
that's hard to call. I'm telling you, when that's that much is happening, that's hard to call. But 3:35 to go in the game.
That's a lot of action, really quick coming at you. A lot of bodies.
Seabass again, lucky to not give one up there.
We might need to invest in some better seating for us here. This netting making it a little hard to see through. You think it's in the budget?
I think there's netting everywhere.
We gotta get a nice aerial view.
Into the slot with Sealy. Sealy and Hanks collided, and now it goes away to Ian Michaud. Michaud tries to get it up ahead, but Jackson is able to take it away. Carter Jackson with Dan Hanks now.
Seabass reacted well
Hanks
to that.
pulls up, deflected off the skate of Carvel. Puck up into the air. Talbot with it, and now bounced around to Straits.
Having an awful lot of possession changes. No team really is getting a stable grasp on this puck, but
we're under 3 minutes to go now. 2:55. Up ahead to Carvel. Carvel with Straits defending. Carvel in front of the net. Here's Jackson from the crease. Talbot trying to get a stick in there. Taken away, and now here's Ian Michaud. Michaud's going to go up ahead with Elliott. Carvel pursuing behind. Michaud tries to get a shot. Now here comes line number 1 for the Seabass. Probably going to stay on for the rest of the game if I were to wager a guess. 2:20 to go.
It's going to be close. I don't know. That's a lot of skating out there.
You'd think they'd want their stronger offensive players out there at the
Would,
end.
but I don't know if they'll have quite enough gas to go the whole time.
Who knows? Again, Northern Light a lot deeper tonight than the Seabass. We've seen a lot of guys cycling in and out for Northern Light on some short shift changes.
Yeah, I would think that they might do a couple really quick ones here and then get their A-team out
Try
there.
to get fresh for the last minute, maybe.
That's what I would say.
Again, doesn't have to come in the last minute. It could come right now. But
it could come at any time, that's for sure. But I would bet that they're going to try to do a couple quick ones here and get their primaries out there for the last minute.
Think anyone will pull the goalie in the tie game?
I don't know.
I doubt it. They both should.
That'll
make sense, huh?
6-on-6 skaters, that's it. I'd like to see that, but I don't think we will.
Shot and a score!
Flenner.
Joe Flenner off the backhand from Bailey York.
Bailey York is a celebrity of the Seabass today. Just getting himself right
Bailey
involved.
York with his 5th point of the day, and Joe Flenner, the first person not named Bailey York to score for the Seabass.
That's right.
Breaks the tie with 1:55 to go. That could be the knockout punch, but still a lot of time left.
If we've learned anything, I mean, it's just how fast a goal can come.
Seabass, got to keep playing defense in his.
Anything that the Seabass could do is keep it up in the Northern Light zone here, keep that momentum going for him.
Puck going to go right behind the net, and now it'll be interesting to see if Northern Light will pull their goalie here. Try to put 6 skaters out there.
And Bonneville is young, probably pretty quick at getting on and off the ice. So.
Young was harassed by Vining and Flenner.
It's quite the tandem there. You don't want those guys swarming it too much.
Young. And here's Bonneville. Bonneville up ahead to York. Tries to get another shot off, and that looked like a check there by.
Well, we got a little bit. We're
going to have some more going at it, and I know this is a no check league, but that was definitely a check by Brandon Daigle from behind.
Yeah.
And a little bit of retaliation by the Seabass.
He's been taking. Brandon Daigle's definitely the hottest one on the ice right now.
I'm not sure if it was a cheap shot or if it was just like an instinctual hockey check.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
He's going to skate off, and I think they're going to be without him. I think he's going to go to the box again. 5-minute major, and he's going to go. Either way, with less than 2 minutes left, that was going to be the end of the night for him. And it'll get power.
Daigle just running into York there as he's leaving the ice.
Still some talking as Daigle leaves the ice.
Who's talking to him?
All right, well, we've had a time of dead air here as we're trying to sort out what's happening.
A lot is happening now. Someone's got to go in the box as Daigle left.
They've got that straightened
Johnson
out
is
here.
in the box, but still 4 skaters on the ice, so it's almost like 2 penalties, but only four on the ice. So
Right.
up ahead to that was Vining. York to Bonneville in front. Now here's Kingston. Last gasp for Northern Light with 46 seconds left. Kingston crosses up a defender.
Flutter loses his foot and slides to the
Shot
boards.
there on frame as it was saved by Hill, able to get his knees down to save that. 35 seconds remaining. From behind, here's York. That one off the post. Almost got his 5th.
Thought that one was going to be in there for a second. Very fortunate for Northern Lights.
Andrew Mitchell passes it up ahead and straight to Josh Tricky. 20 seconds remain in the contest. Up ahead to York. Still going to try for a goal here. York shot on net there, saved by Bonneville. He'll freeze it with 12.5 left.
And this one's looking pretty good here for the Seabass, up by 1. This game has gotten a little out of control here.
Definitely a lot of hostility in the 3rd period. From what seemed a pretty chill first couple.
Yeah, honestly, it was shaping up to be, but we haven't had much peace here since.
Down to 5 seconds now. Talbot will kill it. Shot on net. And that'll do it. The Seabass able to come away with a 5-4 victory and was a really exciting hockey game, all in all.
That was a good game, and I mean, just a little extra drama. We guys still got drama going on here. A little John at the end.
Between Vining and
the entirety of the Northern Light State.
pretty much, although it looks a little bit more
I think
chill.
it's chilled off a little bit here.
You're on the wrong side of the handshake line, Gavin, as they will shake hands. 5-4 was your final score. Again, Bailey York with 4 goals for the Seabass, the first 4. Joe Flenner with the game-winning goal.
Yeah.
On the assist from Bonneville.
That was a really good hockey game, all in all, I would say.
I'm glad we came to call this one. Started out 3-0. Started out 3-0 for the Seabass. Looking like it would have been a boat race at the beginning, you would have thought. And then 4 straight goals.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
3 by Tyler Seeley. Went up 4-3, and then Seabass got the last 2. But
It's just nothing, all one-sided every period, you know.
yeah.
First period to the Seabass, second period Northern Lights, third period
to the
again
Seabass, yeah.
back to Seabass.
Maybe it had something to do with the direction they were going. I don't know, but
Maybe. Maybe we'll keep an eye on that next game.
again, Bailey York with 4 goals for the Seabass, Tyler Seeley with 3 for Northern Light, Joe Flunner with 1, and Eric Graham with 1 for both teams to finish up your scoring. And that'll do it for our broadcast. Ricky Goupille
Frank Nunez.
with Frank Nunez on the call, Tim Goupille on camera.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.